Ever wondered how the USA election system works? Today, we'll start with understanding federal elections. The US presidential elections, held every 4 years, kick off with a series of primary elections and caucuses. These events are where political parties select their candidate to run for the highest office in the land. Each state, depending on its representation in Congress, holds a certain number of electoral votes. This system, known as the Electoral College, plays a significant role in determining who will become president. But the president isn't the only one elected at the federal level. Congressional elections also take place where citizens vote for members of Congress. Congress is made up of 2 chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives. In the Senate, each state, regardless of its size or population, elects 2 senators to represent them. This ensures that all states have an equal voice in the Senate. On the other hand, the House of Representatives operates a bit differently. Members, often referred to as congressmen or congresswomen, are elected from single-member districts within each state. These districts are determined by the state's population, which means states with larger populations have more representatives. Through this multi-layered approach, the federal elections serve as the driving force in shaping the nation's leadership. It gives the American people the power to influence the direction of their country, from the presidency to Congress. So the federal elections play a crucial role in choosing the nation's leaders. Now, let's move on to state and local elections. Now that we've covered the federal elections, let's dive into the state and local elections. In the realm of state politics, every state elects a governor to serve as the chief executive. Governors are typically elected to 4-year terms, but the length of the term may vary from state to state. These elected leaders are responsible for implementing state laws and overseeing the operation of the state's executive branch. Just like the federal government, most states have a bicameral legislature, consisting of a Senate and a House of Representatives, or Assembly. Members of these bodies are elected by voters within their respective districts to represent their interests at the state level. But the democratic process doesn't stop at the state level. It trickles down to local government positions as well. This includes the election of mayors, city council members, county commissioners, and school board members, among other local offices. These elected officials play a crucial role in shaping local policies and making decisions that directly affect everyday life in their communities. However, it's important to note that the structure of local government can vary widely from one state or municipality to another. This diversity is a testament to the flexibility and adaptability of our democratic system, allowing it to cater to the unique needs and characteristics of different communities. State and local elections are as significant as federal elections, as they directly impact local governance. Now let's look at how individuals become a part of this process. You might be wondering, how do I become a part of this process? Well, it starts with voter registration. The journey to making your voice heard in the democratic process begins with registering to vote. Each state has its own set of requirements, but you'll typically need to provide proof of your identity and residence. Some states even offer the convenience of same-day voter registration, allowing you to register and vote all in one go. Now let's move on to Election Day. This is the big event when you get to cast your vote. Federal law sets the date for presidential elections as the Tuesday after the first Monday in November. State and local elections may align with this date, or they might be scheduled at different times of the year. On Election Day, polling places are established all across the country, making it easy for you to participate. Once you've cast your vote on Election Day, the next step is the counting and certification of votes. After casting votes, what happens next? It's time for vote counting and certification. The process is meticulous and requires precision. Each polling place counts the votes, with the results then reported to state or local election officials. It's a task that doesn't happen overnight. In fact, counting votes and certifying election results can take days or sometimes even weeks to ensure accuracy. But the journey doesn't end there. Once the votes are tallied and certified, the Electoral College steps in. This group, comprising electors from all states, meets in December to cast their votes. It's these votes that decide who will be the next president and vice president. The final step takes place in January. Congress convenes to count the electoral votes and officially declare the winners of the presidential election. And that, my friends, is a brief overview of how the USA election system works, from casting the first vote to declaring the winner.